Star Wars Squadrons is going to do more than just create a new, unique starfighter experience. Like every other Star Wars game or book or film, there's a lot of new Star Wars content and lore being introduced to the galaxy as a part of Star Wars Squadrons. There's new planets, new ships, new characters, all of which fit neatly into the Star Wars timeline alongside other prominent battles and story points that take place in the Star Wars galaxy. So today, I'm going to take you through 10 new things in Star Wars Squadrons. That's probably some stuff you missed. Hey everyone, it's Andrew. Coming in at 10th place. In the trailers, you might have noticed this TIE bomber performing this beam attack. And if you know your Star Wars, you'll know TIE bombers don't really do this. In an interview with Polygon, Motive's creative director Ian Fraser talked about this new ability. There's a point you see in the trailer, a TIE bomber using a channeled laser like a constant beam. TIE bombers don't do that. Well, by default, you're right, they don't, but we let players modify their ships in the game pretty heavily. And one of the weapons we allow, and this one is actually allowed on both factions, is a composite beam, and it's inspired by the beam on the Blade Wing in Star Wars Rebels, where they took the hyperdrive out of the prototype B-Wing in order to have that crazy charged laser. It's pretty cool seeing this specific ability being brought to the game, especially because it was Hera Syndulla flying the B-Wing prototype, who's in this game. She makes a cameo, which brings me to number 9. If this ability came from the B-Wing seen in Star Wars Rebels, you'd have to think the developers are very aware of the popularity of this ship. Since the trailers were revealed for Star Wars Squadrons, the B-Wing has been the most requested ship to be brought to the game. But what you might not know is that it's very possible we could see it in the game at launch. This article here, published on StarWars.com, states the developers can't reveal the full line of starfighters included, meaning what we see in the trailers, the 8 ships revealed, might not be all that's in the game at launch. Fans can look forward to iconic ships like the X-Wing, Y-Wing, TIE Fighter, and a few surprises. The few surprises part has me excited, that's the part I want. And for a game with a sole focus on starfighters, 8 flyable ships in total really doesn't seem like enough, no matter how many customization options each ship has. And it's likely if these ships were included in the game, there wouldn't be new starfighter classes, but instead different ship options for each class. Instead of flying a Y-Wing in the bomber class, you could fly a B-Wing. Stuff like that, swapping them out. It would be cool to see some more TIE variants as well. TIE Striker, TIE Silencer, TIE Advanced, TIE Defender, the list goes on. Next up, in 8th place, we have a new character making his first appearance in Star Wars. Linden Javes, or Harvez, or not sure. Linden is the commander of Vanguard Squadron, an experienced pilot and instructor himself. Linden Javes, I'm gonna say Javes, even though that sounds so Aussie, rose to the ranks of the rebellion after the destruction of Alderaan by hunting Imperial capital ships. Though he's still a combat pilot at heart, Linden found he had a knack for a command, coordinating several successful missions behind Imperial lines. Now, as the Galactic War enters a new phase, Linden has been given command of his own squadron, and a classified assignment for the New Republic. And it seems this assignment will have something to do with the Starhawk project, which I'll talk more about soon. And Linden was actually first mentioned in the 2019 novel Alphabet Squadron, but he'll play a much more prominent role in Squadrons. And while we're here, in 7th place, let's talk about Vanguard Squadron, the New Republic starfighter squadron you'll be a member of in the single player. Just like Linden, Vanguard Squadron first appeared in the novel Alphabet Squadron. They assisted Hera on Argai Minor after the Battle of Endor, while also handling pockets of Imperial resistance and defending key New Republic planets like Chandrilla and Bental 4. And these aren't planets you'll visit in the game. I'll get to those ones soon. They specialize in rapid response attacks, high-risk rescue missions, and ambushing Imperial capital ships, going by their squadron motto, fearless to the finish. Recently, Vanguard has been picked to tackle a special covert mission, which I think has something to do with the Starhawk, like I said before, but more will be revealed about all this in the story. We know Vanguard has 5 members, 5 squadron pilots, and I'm not sure yet whether they'll all be customizable or just the pilot you play as. On the Empire's side, we have the Imperial officer Teresa Carroll in number 6. Teresa Carroll lived as a starving orphan on the streets of Coruscant, until the Empire gave her a life of honor and purpose among the stars. From her beginnings as a gifted TIE pilot, Teresa has always seen Imperial military service as a path to a better life, and an opportunity to cleanse the last traces of the Old Republic's decadence and corruption. I like that. I like that her homeworld was Coruscant and she saw how the Republic was failing, and therefore has put her allegiance towards the Empire. Interesting. Though young, Teresa shows a natural talent for command, and her unshakable loyalty means she will defend the Empire to the last. Seems very devoted to the Empire. And she'll oversee Titan Squadron, number 5 on the list. Titan Squadron has a reputation throughout the Empire to match their unofficial motto, unrelenting might. Titan's pilots are trained to lead heavy strikes against enemy stations and planets, and scatter hostile armadas ahead of Imperial capital ships. Though their numbers have diminished since Endor and since, the entire Death Star blew up, that has only made Titan's remaining pilots more determined to crush the New Republic. You'll also notice Titan Squadron pilots wear red on their helmets, and this TIE fighter also has a red stripe along the side. These could be here to denote a certain rank achieved in the Empire, or they could just be what Titan Squadron wears. Okay, next in number 4, we have some of Star Wars Squadron's capital ships. The most interesting and unique of these is the Starhawk. Built from salvaged Imperial Star Destroyers at a secret location, the Starhawk is a prototype New Republic battleship. I think a lot of this game is going to be about how they're repurposing old Star Destroyers to build the Starhawk. It's designed to take on the Empire's capital ships, finally giving the New Republic the ability to face Imperial fleets on equal terms. The Starhawk has heavy Durasteel armor, deflector shields, multiple turbo laser batteries, and a tractor beam array with 10 times the power of a Star Destroyer's beam. That's a lot of power. The New Republic Senate has already voted to build 3 more Starhawk class battleships, hoping to end the war as quickly as possible. And I'm pretty sure these are the ones we see on Jakku. 3 Starhawks appeared in the Battle of Jakku. In Squadrons, a Starhawk is being built in the Nadiri dockyards, and you'll be able to defend this during a starfighter mission. At number 3 is the Temperance. The Temperance is an MC-75 Star Cruiser built on Mon Cala, and alongside its sister ship Accordance, the Temperance defended the borders of the Hosnian system during the Battle of Endor, repulsing an Imperial armada that was attempting a surprise attack against the core worlds. The Accordance was lost in the battle, but the Temperance took on the survivors and carried the day. It currently serves as Vanguard Squadron's flagship, so you'll be docking your ships here and using this as a base. This is probably what you see in the trailers, the location of all the rebel hangars. And another MC-75 Star Cruiser you might remember is the Profundity, Admiral Radiss's ship seen in Rogue One during the Battle of Scarif. Number 2 is the Overseer, the Empire's capital ship. The Overseer is an Imperial-class Star Destroyer from Kuat Drive Yards, currently assigned as the flagship of Titan Squadron. It won distinction at Pothor and the Battle of JL, where the Overseer managed to destroy several enemy Nebulon B frigates, despite being heavily outnumbered. Recently, the Overseer responded to a New Republic strike against the Imperial dockyard at Var Shah. Though the Overseer was severely damaged in the battle, it was able to throw off New Republic pursuers and return to search for survivors. Now refitted and fully overhauled, the Overseer is ready to return to the front lines, and pretty sure that's the ship you see Teresa on board giving commands. The whole thing takes place on here. And number 1, I wanted to take a look at all of Star Wars Squadron's planets, both old and new. So far, there are 6 confirmed planets for this game. You'll recognize this one, Yavin Prime, one of which's moons is Yavin 4, where the Rebel base is in A New Hope. Located in the Outer Rim territories, Yavin Prime is a massive gas giant. Not sure if you'll be flying past Yavin 4 or revisiting the Rebel base, most likely not. It would be cool as a little Easter egg, but it looks like you'll be getting close to this planet's atmosphere, flying just above the clouds or gas or whatever this is. You'll be here. Next up is Essels, or Assales, or I'm not sure, a new planet to Star Wars canon. A planet occupied by the Empire, and inside its icy ring is an Empire listening post used for intercepting classified information. And in the story, the New Republic will be trying to destroy this. Nadiri Dockyards, a starship manufacturing facility hidden deep inside the Bormia sector. This sector first appeared in 2015's Aftermath novel. This is where the Starhawk is being built, and the New Republic wishes to defend this at all costs because it's going to help them defeat the remnants of the Empire, the Starhawk project. Sisubo, great name, is a brand new planet for Star Wars. It's the 7th planet of the Chandrilla system in the Bormia sector, if that means anything to you. It was surrounded by a debris field that consisted of remnants of salvaged Galactic Empire starships as part of the New Republic's Project Starhawk, so perhaps you'll be collecting stuff from here. Galatan, another new location, is a remote moon in the dangerous but beautiful Rengali Nebula. The forces of the turbulent nebula have pulled the moon apart into an asteroid field of molten fragments, so basically you'll be flying through a volcano in space. And finally, Xavian Abyss, another new location. This one isn't so much a planet, but a hazardous area of space in the expansion region of the galaxy. A maelstrom of electricity filled with asteroids, the Xavian Abyss contained numerous wrecked starships. A lot of this game is going to be about wrecked starships, building the Starhawk. A lot of the locations you'll visit will have destroyed starships. I'm wondering if you'll get to go to the Endor location where the Death Star was destroyed, like the map in Battlefront 2. But there you go, lots of new stuff and also some old coming to Star Wars Squadrons. Now, I wanted to ask you guys, what else do you want to see in this game? And what's one ship you want in the game that isn't already included? My vote is definitely going to the B-Wing. Let me know in the comments. And for lots more details about Star Wars Squadrons, everything you need to know about gameplay, customization, everything, go watch one of these videos here. And follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and join my Discord for lots more Star Wars gaming, news, everything. Also everything on those platforms. And thanks for watching this. My name's Andrew. I'll catch you soon.
Stay bombastic.